This is a really short, focused marketing consultation for a therapist. I'm a web designer and a lot of my clients are therapists. I also run a Squarespace template shop, and several of my premium Squarespace templates are for therapists, and they're absolute bestsellers. So as a result, I get a lot of therapy clients, and usually these people are in the stage of business where they have been working for somebody else. They've been working at a clinic or at a group practice, and they are transitioning to their own solo practice. And they need to create a website or and update a website that they have been not using for years. And they come to me with the same question: how do I get more clients with my website? So if this sounds like you, this is my usually really short marketing consultation that I repeat over and over again in all of these discovery calls. So the first thing that I ask is this: who is your ideal client? And what is your marketing plan? How are you going to reach your ideal client? How are you going to show up? Because we can build the website, but marketing is an ongoing effort. So SEO, search engine optimization, is publishing content on social media. My question is, how are you going to get traffic to your website? Because we can launch it, we can optimize these initial pages for SEO, but if you just abandon it and it keeps sitting and you do nothing with it, it's not going to bring you clients. So my first question is, what is exactly your plan? My second question is, what is your offer? A lot of therapists, they offer one-on-one sessions or maybe a bundle of sessions. So here it is, a session that you're offering for purchase, or for example, a discovery call and then a session. These are not offers, these are containers. And your offer is something that's going to get your potential clients hooked. Something that will tell them that this is for them specifically, and something that promises a tangible result or some sort of result. For example, a good offer is 2-hour initial discovery consultation where we talk through all of your problems, like potential problems, identify the ways in which we can solve them, and then a 6-week coaching container where we meet weekly and we discuss the progress and we kind of work through all of your stuff. So that's an example of an offer. Offer is structured around a transformation as a really specific result. For dating niche, it would be something like restart your dating life in 6 weeks. And this is just from the top of my head. An offer, you put it on the sales page, and then you can position it, market it, show it to people. If you're just getting started, you might not need a full website. You might not need a full 10-page website. You just need one core offer where you can send traffic and a supporting smaller offer or a free offer, also known as a lead magnet. A lead magnet or a freebie is a free downloadable resource that people get on your website in exchange of an email address. And then you continue communicating with them via email and offering them your core program, your core offer. And the lead magnet needs to be aligned with your core offer. So you need to know who your ideal client is, where they hang out, what is their core problem that you want to solve, and you need to tailor your core offer and your lead magnet to these problems. A website is just a container for all of these things. So many times people think that they need to have a full 5-10-page website to get this launched and to get this in front of the right people. Well, no, you might just as well need a one landing page tastefully done professionally by a professional designer, but it's just enough to get in front of your ideal client and to get those people booking appointments with you. So start with an offer, get a lead magnet, and get people into your ecosystem, and continue following up with them via email. You can run ads to your lead magnets, and you can also run ads to your core offer. Before you run ads, though, you need to make sure your social media have enough content. So you need to create social media accounts, and this can be Instagram, it can be YouTube, it can be Facebook, and you need to start posting content that's also aligned with your core topic. I think for therapists specifically, personal brand matters a lot. So you need to nurture these people, build trust with them, and then present your offer. So many therapists work locally, many rely on referrals. But when you start recording short videos online, people see your face, and many people will hire you just because they like you and they get a sense of your communication style, your method, your mission, they feel that you're authentic and warm, and that's what people are looking for in a therapist. So your personality becomes your social proof. You need to build an ecosystem of content. And by ecosystem, I mean content that targets multiple verticals. You need some educational content. You need lifestyle content, and you need expert content that positions you as an expert. For example, something like why people need to work with a therapist and why you are the best therapist for a specific problem that they're trying to solve. So let's say your website is lean, you have the core offer, you are posting on social media, you are running some ads to your lead magnet, you have an email sequence going out, and let's say the email sequence has around 10 emails. So the machine starts working, and only then you'll start getting inquiries, you'll start getting initial calls, which is very thrilling. But then on top of that strategy, you also need to layer SEO. SEO, search engine optimization, which is also AI engine optimization. So optimizing your site so that it shows up in ChatGPT, Perplexity, and all these AI networks. In order to get your website to show up in there, you need to have certain amount of content on the website. So one-page website, while it's great and it solves the problem of getting in front of people, in order to show up in the search results, you need a website that has at least 50 pages. And I am usually very upfront with clients about this. So you would need 10 commercial landing pages, and you would need 40, 50 blog posts. By commercial pages, I mean landing pages that focus on a specific problem. For example, if you are a therapist and you work with multiple client verticals, for example, you work with teens, you work with families, you work with couples. So these are all landing pages. And you can also build landing pages for specific problems. For example, therapy for anxiety, therapy for dating, therapy for something else. And then you start blogging. You write blog posts that are helpful and aligned with all of these topics, and you link them with your blog posts. So without going into specific technical details, you can build a whole bunch of these landing pages and blog posts and it takes around 4 months for your website to show up in Google and for the first clients to find you through Google. These can be also local landing pages, for example, if you work with clients locally, so therapy for families in your city. And you can optimize your website for localities, for topics, for a specific client type, and also have offers on each of these pages. The reason I usually suggest that you need to start with one offer is because if you start with many offers and try to tackle this big project at once, it's better if you start smaller and validate your idea and start getting clients before you invest more time and money into building more. A lot of people can do that themselves using a template, but it's also a good idea to hire somebody to do it for you professionally. But for all of this to happen, you need to have the business backend, the offer discovery process, and just you being really clear who you are serving, why, and how. So let's say you can build a one-page website in a week using a template or hiring somebody, and then implement lead magnet, then a social media strategy, then start investing in SEO, maybe start investing in paid ads. So from now, 6 months from now, the machine starts working, and the more content you have online, it all starts snowballing. But the website itself is just a container for all of that marketing effort. And marketing is an engine, but your website is kind of like infrastructure. It's like a house for all that marketing. It's not a magic pill. It's not that you launch it, you publish it online, and magically people appear. Well, it happens sometimes, yes. For example, if you have a domain name that's like a very specific keyword that people are looking for, but usually it takes legwork, it takes time, and a website is not a magic pill. Everything that happens on the back end, the marketing effort, is what is getting clients in front of your offer, and they either say yes or they say no. But the more people you get to go through your funnel, to go through your sequence, to see you on social media multiple times, to see you posting in local group, when they search for a therapist online, for like local therapist, and compare several websites, several options. If you don't have all of that content online, they will not find you. But the more content you have online, the better. I hope this was helpful. I have a free course for personal brands and for experts. It's called Digital Strategy Bootcamp. It's a 40-minute course. I used to sell it for money, but I decided to make it free for everybody. You can sign up and watch it and let me know what you think in the comments.